Chapter 18. Rumours. As the party started to make their way through the market, they heard someone in the crowd. "There's an evil temple in that valley. That's what's behind all of this." Some in the crowd laughed, while others seemed to question how they knew this to be true. They stopped to listen more, but the people involved went into the tavern. But the rest of their conversation up to that point didn't sound all that interesting, so the party stayed outside. Belfin. "Evil temple? In the Valley of Caves? You think there's anything to that? Should we go back in the tavern and try to talk to them?" Nightwind. "Sounds like a lot of speculation to me. I bet there's all kinds of rumors now as to what's in that valley." Lightmane. "Imagination can be a powerful thing. It can also create lots of silly ideas in people's heads. I suggest we take anything we hear around here with a grain of salt." Phileas. "Grain of salt? What does that mean?" Tenneth. "Basically, to be skeptical. Salt can make certain foods taste better, meaning easier to swallow. Don't just assume it's not poison simply because it tastes good." Phileas. "Oh, I see. How interesting. Is grain of salt a human term?" Lightmane. "It began with us elves, but it's a common term among humans these days." Nightwind. "Everyone says it, except apparently gnomes." Phileas. "Well, I've never heard of it, but I don't cook, so maybe that's why." Nightwind. "I don't cook. I've heard it." Phileas. "Yes, well, I haven't, but I like the term, and might start using it from now on. But I'd take what I just said with a grain of salt." Phileas thought he was being clever, but everyone just groaned. "Well, I guess I need to work on my humor." That comment made some laugh, which only confused Phileas more. Latia. "Wait, did you hear that? Someone over there said something about lizard men, I think." The party was still in the square, so they moved closer to where Latia heard it. Several people were talking. "Giant crocodiles? That's what he said. Well, I'm just glad that marsh is on the south side of the river and not the north. Lizardmen can cross that river easily, let alone giant crocodiles. And then I heard a lone elf went adventuring over there. So tell me, is he brave or stupid?" Latia. "Giant crocodiles? Okay, I think we should stay away from that river." Everyone agreed. "Shall we hang out here a little while before trying to find that hermit? Maybe we'll hear some more about him, let alone other rumors." As Latia said that, Lightmane saw down the road some guards standing outside one of the private quarters. They appeared to be putting something on a door, a notice perhaps. Lightmane. "Look over there. I'm curious what they're doing. Shall we go check it out?" Latia. "Sure, why not?" There were 5 private quarters, all on the south wall. A sign was now on one of the doors. It read, "Missing merchant and his wife. The residents here, Robert and Jennifer, have not been seen in over a week. If anyone has any information on their whereabouts, report said information to Kent, the guildmaster, or Kendall, captain of the guard." Tenneth. "Well, here's something we don't have to take with a grain of salt. Wow, a merchant and his wife have gone missing. I wonder what that's all about." As Tenneth said that, he heard a voice behind him. "I heard they were traveling with a caravan down the east road and got attacked by an army of hobgoblins." The party turned around and saw several people had gathered and were reading the sign too. Another spoke. "I heard them hobs are 8 feet tall." "Oh, please, that's ridiculous. What are you talking about?" "I'm telling you, someone said they're 8 feet tall. That's a mighty big hobber, if I do say so myself." 8-foot-tall hobgoblins. You're drunk." "No, I'm not. It's still morning. I'm telling you that's what he said." Latia interrupted them. Who? Who said that?" The man looked at Latia with a strange expression on his face. "I wasn't talking to you, ma'am." And they turned and walked away. Latia. "Okay then. Guys, what's a gob thing? Whatever he said? What is that? Like a goblin but bigger?" Nightwind. "Yes, but I never heard they were 8 feet tall. I don't think they're even 7 feet tall, but I'm told they're pretty big and pretty tough. So I'm hoping we run into some," he said, smiling in his typical way. Latia, also smiling. Of course you are. So now we might also be dealing with what are they called? Lightmane, hobgoblins. Latia, oh, goblins, but bigger, so hobgoblins. Oh, now I get it. Oh, they sound scary. Not sure I like the idea that bigger goblins might also be in that valley, let alone that they may have taken some people prisoner. That they may have taken some people prisoners? The thought of being a monster's prisoner terrifies me. Lightmane, how do you think half-orcs came into existence? Latia at first did not understand what Lightmane just said, but then she got it. What? Orcs rape female prisoners? Oh, that's just gross. I need to get these images out of my head now. Can we please do something that's fun? Maybe go back to the tavern for a bit? As she said this, other people who had gathered by the sign were also talking. Well, I heard it was goblins that attacked them. You know what else I heard? I heard that when a goblin yells Briark, that it means we surrender. Nightwind, turning to the person who said that. Briark in goblin means attack. Whoever told you it means surrender is wrong. Or maybe they're just trying to get you killed. The man looked at Nightwind, very puzzled. Nightwind then turned and walked away, back towards the tavern, and the party followed. Latia, well, that helped a little with these images, so thanks. But where are you going? Nightwind, didn't you just say, let's go back to the tavern? When you say to a dwarf, let's go to the tavern, the dwarf turns and goes to the tavern. I thought you knew that. Latia started laughing. Now this is the Nightwind that I love. Oh, guys, I forgot to tell you. Those thoughts that were in my head stopped the moment I woke up this morning. How about you two? Jack, yep, gone. So going to sleep ended it. Now we just need to figure out who or what caused it. Lightmane, I'm just glad they're gone. I don't like having my decisions being influenced by something outside myself, though yeah, it would be nice to figure out who or what caused it, but we may never know. The party made its way back towards the tavern and heard even more interesting rumors as they entered the fountain square again. I'm telling you, it was a dragon. I know what I saw, and I saw a dragon fly right over that valley. A dragon, huh? Yes, a dragon. Where's the valley? Huh? You heard me. Where's the valley? Oh, I don't know exactly, but we were on that road. It was a couple months ago, though, and as we were walking, a big dragon flew over our heads and into the woods. Well, over the woods, I meant. And one of the guys who was with us said that dragon flies over the valley every single morning. Phileas, so, grain of salt? Tenneth, smiling and nodding his head. Yeah, grain of salt. Then he added sarcastically, or maybe there's a dragon that flies around here every single day that no one has ever seen, except that guy, of course. To which everyone laughed. Shinfia, isn't it a little early for a drink? Nightwind, no. Shinfia, laughing now. I meant for the rest of us. Nightwind, still no. A drink will do you all good. Besides, you can just have some honeymead. That's what I'm going to have, along with some bread and cheese and vegetables and some soup too. Belfin, oh, that all sounds quite yummy. I'm going to have what Nightwind is having. The tavern wasn't busy yet, but there were some folks inside eating. Kim, their serving wench from the night before, wasn't there, though. Instead, a young teenage girl, dressed as a serving wench, came up to them. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sheila. Did you all want to order some food and drink? Shinfia, wow, you're pretty young to be working as a serving wench. Sheila, nah, I'm 15, and my mom and dad own the place, so it's fine. Shinfia, oh, well, that's different. Hello, Sheila. My name is Shinfia. I'll let everyone else introduce themselves, but each of us would like some honeymead, along with some bread, cheese, vegetables, and soup. Everyone just looked at Shinfia. Shinfia, what? You clearly all want to eat all that. I saw your faces when Nightwind listed everything. Oh, Sheila, we could all use a glass of water, too. Thanks. Sheila, okay, coming right up. Sheila turned to leave and then turned back around. Oh, you said you'd all introduce yourselves? Everyone introduced themselves. Oh, I remember you all now. You stayed here last night. My dad was quite happy to have the extra business. Are you all an adventuring party that came here because of the attacks down the East Road? The party was quite impressed at the young girl's knowledge and with how she spoke and composed herself. Latia. Why, yes we are, Sheila, and yes, that's why we're here. We're all just trying to gather as much information as we can before we set out looking for that valley that people are talking about. Have you heard anything? Sheila. Well, I heard it's a valley of caves, that all kinds of monsters live there. But that doesn't make any sense. If all kinds of monsters lived there, they'd all just kill each other, wouldn't they? It doesn't make any sense to me. But someone said a powerful wizard lives in one of the caves and controls all the monsters. I guess that would explain it. Oh, and someone said there are big dogmen in one of the caves. Nightwind. Big dogmen. Sounds like kobolds. Sheila. Kobolds are little. Well, that's what I was told. They said big dogmen. Maybe there are big kobolds too? Latia. Goblins and hobgoblins, and now kobolds and what? Hobkobolds? Nightwind burst out laughing. Hobkobolds! He couldn't stop laughing. Latia then started laughing. Well, I don't know. I just put the hob in front of the kobold. And then everybody just started cracking up. Nightwind, once he finally stopped laughing. Big dogmen. That sounds like gnolls, maybe. And for those of you who are wondering, gnolls are bigger than hobgoblins. I've never seen one, but I've heard about them. Latia. Okay, this is starting to sound quite scary. Shinfia. The bulletin said goblins, bandits, and orcs, right? And now we're hearing about hobgoblins maybe, and now maybe gnolls too? Yeah, this sounds crazy. So just like you said, Lightmane, I'm taking this all with a grain of salt. I mean, come on, how could all those creatures coexist in caves in some valley? Lightmane. Apparently, a powerful wizard also lives there and controls them. Well, I for one hope that's not the case, as I have no desire to try to battle a powerful wizard. I don't like the sound of those odds. Everyone agreed. Hobgoblins and gnolls don't sound so good either. This is turning into quite a morning. I would have been happy if we gathered half the information we have from last evening and this morning. Curious what else we'll hear. But all they heard from the conversations in the tavern was the general fear that was in everyone's minds. Many were scared. Everyone's main concern was how the amount of supplies that was now coming to the keep was less than before. They overheard some say that in a month or two the situation could become dire. Sheila came back with their food and drink, but only some. I'm sorry, guys, but we're a little low on supplies and are trying to make them last, so if I bring you enough for 4 of you instead of 8, would that be okay? We've got plenty of honeymead still, but we're trying to ration the food as best we can. Latia. Oh, Sheila, that's fine, and we don't need all the honeymead either, so just 4 honeymead and 4 glasses of water, but bring us 8 more empty glasses so we can all share. How's that? Latia had a sweet smile on her face. Sheila, looking very happy. Oh, Latia, that would be great. Thank you so much for not getting mad at me. I'm trying to please everyone, but it's really hard right now. Tenneth. You're doing great, kid. Don't worry. Sheila. Thank you, Tenneth. Tenneth. You remembered my name. There are 8 of us here. Tenneth looked at everyone. This kid is good. Hey, Sheila, I was just wondering, have you ever heard of a hermit who lives in the woods just north of here? Sheila. Heard of him? I saw him. He's a funny-looking creature, but I thought he was kind of interesting, too. But he looked sad and afraid and awkward, like he just wanted to get out of here as fast as he could, so he did. I was in the fountain square when I saw him. He bought some food and other items. He wore a cloak over his head, but I saw him. He was maybe 4 to 5 feet tall and oddly shaped, it appeared. I wanted to go up to him and say hi, but everyone was trying to avoid him and was saying how ugly the little hermit creature looked, so I felt I should just stay away. I felt sorry for him, though. Lightmane. Well then, I think it's time that we all go visit this little hermit and offer him our friendship. At that, Sheila really smiled. Oh wow, really? That would be great. I wish I could be his friend too. Shinfia then handed 2 silver pieces to Sheila. This is for you, Sheila, from all of us, both for your wonderful service and for the information that you just gave us. Just so you know, this is in addition to the tip we'll be giving you. Sheila. 2 silver pieces? Wow! Thank you, Shinfia. Shinfia, looking towards the bar. Sheila, is that your mom and dad behind the bar? Sheila, yes. Latia, oh, the innkeeper Malfoy and his wife Marla, of course. They're nice. You have a sister and 2 brothers too, don't you? Sheila, yes, Jill, Dan, and Cleo. We're all teenagers, she said, smiling. Latia, oh, fun. I bet the 4 of you have a lot of fun here with your parents. Sheila, sometimes, I guess. But mostly we just work all the time, she said, not smiling. Latia, oh. Well, I'm sure things will get better, but thanks for telling us about the hermit. Shinfia, yeah, thanks again, Sheila. Sheila said you're welcome and turned and headed into the kitchen. Latia, what do you say we go tell Sheila's parents what a great job she's doing? Latia, Shin, I was just about to say that to you. Bale, okay, I've finished making my first scroll. Sheila, awesome! What spells are on it? Bale, magic missile. Sheila, waiting to hear the rest. And? Bale, that's it, just magic missile. Sheila, looking a little confused. Just magic missile? Bale, yes, why? Did I do something wrong? Sheila, no, but why did you copy just 1 spell onto the scroll when there's room for 7? Bale, I didn't. I copied it 7 times. Sheila, starting to laugh. You copied 7 magic missile spells? On 1 scroll? More laughter. Bale, looking awkward. Well, you said only take 1 scroll out at a time, and I was nervous. Besides, what's wrong with having 7 of the same spell all on 1 scroll? It still works. Sheila, thinking about it. Well, yeah, I guess it does, still laughing. But the idea of putting 7 spells on 1 scroll is so that you can have kind of a mini spellbook at your disposal. That's the main reason behind it. Bale, oh, I see. That makes sense. Well, I never started making scrolls before. I was planning on it, though, having finally achieved the 9th progression. It felt so great to finally say that I was now, officially, a mage. What's your title? Sheila, looking like Bale had lost his mind. What's my title? You're kidding, right? Bale, oh, no, I meant before, you know. What was your title? I guess I should have said. Sheila, ah, I see. Well, I guess it won't hurt to tell you. After 10 years of study, I achieved the 21st progression and became an Archmagi, or Archmage, if you prefer. Bale, looking stunned, You what? You became an Archmage in just 10 years? Sheila, 7. The title of Archmage is given when one achieves the 18th progression. I achieved 1 more progression for the next 3 years. It's not impossible and it wasn't a goal. Well, okay, it was in a way, but it's not like others haven't achieved it. Bale, I know of no Archmages. I had heard they exist, but I never met one. How many do you know? Sheila, well, let's see. There's the Archmage who trained me. I just call him a wizard because it's easier than saying Archmage all the time. And let's see, who else? Nope, that's it, just him. Well, I know some others. I know some other ones now, but I assume you meant, you know. Bale, yes, that's what I meant, obviously. Bale's mind went back to his scroll. So should I not make more scrolls with 7 copies of 1 spell? Sheila, hey, they're your scrolls. Make them however you want. That's part of the fun. Bale, thinking about it. I think I want to do both. Sheila, both? Bale, make a scroll with 7 of the same spell and 1 with 7 different spells. I can then separate all my scrolls into 2 different areas. Looking at all of Sheila's scrolls on her wall. Oh, wait, do you have an area where I can store my scrolls? Sheila, well, no, not currently. Bale, looking sad. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I can hold on to them for now. Sheila, well, Sheila started looking around. If I were to make a room for you, where would you want it to be? Bale, looking around. I'd like it to be next to these rooms. Anywhere around here would be perfect. Sheila, could you walk into my laboratory and grab me 10 empty potion bottles, then count to 10 and then walk back here? Could you do that for me? Bale, Sure. Bale got up and went into the other room. Where are your empty bottles? Oh, wait, I see them. Never mind. He then counted to 10. Okay, I'm coming back now. Bale wasn't sure why Sheila had him count and stuff, so he felt he should let her know he was coming back, just in case of something. What, he wasn't sure though. But with Sheila, he never knew what was going to happen next. Bale walked back into the room of scrolls and almost dropped the empty potion bottles, for next to the scroll room was another brand new room, looking very much like this one, with a similar looking table and chairs. Not quite as large and beautiful, but pretty close. 8 chairs sat around this table. Places to place scrolls in lined one wall, while bookshelves for books lined another. The third wall was blank. Sheila: I purposely left this wall blank. You can think about what you'd like to put there, and I'll do the rest. Bale: How did you do this? Oh, wait, let me guess. He thought for a moment. You have a spell called Create Room, and you just cast it? Sheila, smiling: Close enough.